afternoon, FSClub. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new game that I'll be actually talking about in this video. This is a game that actually just popped up on my radar. This is called Ultimate Farmer. I will say that this is in pre-development, so no platform info, and it's not actually being developed at this time. They are just in the pre-stages of development. But I'm always interested in anything that's, of course, does with Farming Simulator. But like always, before we even get into this, if you guys are liking this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, especially if you guys are excited for another farming game. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome to the club. Don't forget to hit that sub button and ring that bell. Okay, let's actually get into this. First of all, I want to say sorry guys if you guys are hearing some noise in my mic. They are actually doing some tree cutting actually in the back of my house, my neighbors. So hopefully that doesn't get picked up in this mic. But anyways, let's talk about Ultimate Farmer. Ultimate Farmer is in pre-development, driven by a passion for simulation and a strong connection to the farming sim community. This project is being shaped by players who understand the genre firsthand. What works, what doesn't, and what's long been missing. The aim is to build something meaningful, grounded in realism, and developed with the player experience in mind from the very beginning. So let's talk about their story from the beginning, how it all started. He says, for as long as he can remember, he's been drawn to farming simulation games, not just for visuals or the relaxation they offer, but for the systems, the machinery, the depth, and the potential. Like many others, he started as a player, but it didn't take long before he found himself on the other side of the experience, modding, tweaking, experimenting, and imagining how things could be done differently. Back then, he didn't have the tools or the team to build the game, but the ideal was there. The roots, from modding to vision. Modding taught him more than any tutorial ever could. He learned how different systems interacted under the hood. He learned what players valued, what frustrated them, and what kept them immersed for hours. He saw firsthand how communities formed around even the smallest improvements, better tractor handling, more realistic crop behavior, smarter AI paths. And yet, he also saw the limitations. Even the most detailed mods were often trying to improve on a foundation that wasn't designed to support them. At a certain point, no matter how much time or creativity you put into it, you were still modifying someone else's framework. That's where the seed for Ultimate Farmer was planted. The ideal of building something from the ground up with simulation depth and extensibility as a core focus, not as an afterthought. He answers also why now. For years, the ideal stayed in the background. His career took him to creative production, AI-enhanced workflows, and technical problem solving in other industries. He focused on business strategy and managing creative teams, but farming sims never left his mind. They were still the genre he went back to for the inspiration and challenge. Then Unreal Engine changed everything. The release of the latest generation of Unreal Engine, and more importantly, the ecosystem of tools surrounding it, made what used to seem impossible feel suddenly realistic. Not easy, but achievable. Tools like chaos physics, world partitioning, and AI-assisted 3D workflows didn't just speed up development, they opened up entirely new ways to simulate farming, terrain, equipment, and weather with a level of control and performance that wasn't viable before. And with that, the ideal came back, but this time it wasn't just a thought, it became a plan. Now, starting from the soil, when he finally committed to the project, he decided early on Ultimate Farmer wouldn't be built to compete, it would be built to explore. Rather than rush toward feature checklist or content quality, he focused the early version and 3 foundation pillars. Realism with control. Farming should feel grounded, but not punishing. Machinery should respond to weight, terrain, and input. Soil should change as you work it, but players should also have a say in how far they want to take the realism, whether they're after a simulation or something more casual. That's what I wish Farming Simulator had. Systems first. Instead of building the world and filling it with scripted action, he wanted to create systems that could react to players' decisions. Crop health affected by weather, terrain deformation based on the machine weight, time affecting growth, not timers. Future-friendly architecture. From day one, the project needed to be modular, optimized, and ready for expansion. Whether that means multiplayer, modding tools, or licensing real machinery later on, the foundation must support it, not resist it. Also says not a studio, not a solo project. It's important to be honest, Ultimate Farmer isn't backed by a major studio, and it's not a one-man show either. It's somewhere in between. He has the experience to manage a team, scope a project, and bring people together with a shared vision. He's run companies, launched brands, and worked with complex production pipelines, but he's also not a full stack game developer, and that's okay. This is where the community comes in. Over time, he started reaching out to creators, developers, simulation enthusiasts, and Unreal Engine specialists to join in, contribute, and help shape the project. Some are helping with prototypes, others are offering feedback. A few have expressed interest in joining once a playable foundation is ready. Okay, now the response so far, even before they had anything playable, the first test images and Unreal previews begin to attract attention. See from all these pictures right here. When he shared a simple visual teaser of a landscape based in UE, it quickly reached over 100,000 views. Comments and messages poured in from players and modders who had been waiting for something different, something more technical, more interactive, more alive. It was a reminder that the ideal isn't just in his head. There's demand, there's curiosity, there's a space for something new. Now, what comes next with this? Right now, the project is in pre-development. That means they're actively discussing it with potential partners, defining systems, and figuring out what works, not building a full game yet. They'll soon start working on tractor physics, crop cycles, and terrain responsiveness. They're drafting UI flows and building tools for future development. Their first goal is to release a bare bones but functional prototype, something that feels good to drive, something where the soil reacts, where crops grow over time, where decisions matter. After that, they'll expand gradually, inviting testers, opening up feedback, and introducing complexity at a sustainable pace. Kind of reminds me of like ATS, because you remember ATS whenever it first came out in 2016, it was not the game that it is now, and they just keep pretty much upgrading it. That's kind of what I wish that farming simulator would be, not like this every 3-year release, but just gradual updates and just DLC to basically add new things into the game. He also said Ultimate Farmer isn't trying to be the biggest farming sim, but it's trying to be one of the most considered, built with care, with systems that make sense, and with flexibility to grow into something that lasts. It's a project born from years of inspiration and quiet ambition, and now it's the time to see where it goes. Now, he did lay out the first version of Ultimate Farmer will focus on 6 essential systems: managing land, operating realistic machinery, cultivating crops, selling harvest, experiencing weather and time cycles, and expanding farms. Together, these create a full gameplay loop that feels authentic yet accessible. So we can see right here, land management systems. Players can buy, own, and manage parcels of land, basic terrain editing like plowing, cultivating, and seeding, crop growth cycle linked to soil state and time. Then we have machinery, operation, and physics. Core farming machines: tractor, plow, seeder, harvester. Realistic machine handling with weight, traction, and fuel consumption. Attachments that interact with the soil and crops. Crop cultivation loop: planting, growing, harvesting, storage. Starter crops: wheat, barley, and corn. Yield affected by soil preparation and weather conditions. Economy and sales: basic marketplace to sell harvested crops. Prices fluctuate slightly to simulate demand. Simple money loop: sell crops, buy fuel, seeds, and small upgrades. Weather and time systems: day-night cycle, simple weather, sun, rain, overcast that affect growth and harvesting conditions. Seasons framework, prepared for later updates. Player progression in farm expansion: unlock new fields, better equipment, or small buildings as money grows. Starter progression is tied to crop yields and machine upgrades. And simple save load system for continuity, which I couldn't say that right there. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to keep you updated and show you guys this game that's in pre-development. Like I said, guys, pre-development. They are not working on this at this time. They are trying to get everything together. Hopefully we see some more future news on this. What do you guys think about this? Would you guys like to see a competitor to Farming Simulator have more choices and stuff like that? Let me know in the comment section below. Like always, if you guys did enjoy the video, a like would be appreciated. New to the channel, welcome to the club. Don't forget to hit that sub button and ring that bell. Well, I'll see you guys next one. Have a great day, guys. Peace.